Hello and welcome. I'm Blain Barton, an IT Pro Evangelist out of the Florida area for the Developer and Platform Evangelism team. And with today, I've got Max Trinidad with me. How you doing, Max?
Hi, Blain. How you doing? My name is Max Trinidad, and I am PowerShell MVP for the Florida State. And I'm from Puerto Rico, born and raised, and Latino, power, always here.
Excellent. So can you tell me, just starting out here, a little bit about the industry that you're in?
Industry is more on the retail side, but where I work is in the division, in the financial division of it.
Okay. And what are your current responsibilities in your job today?
My current responsibility is as an IT professional, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. I'm a hybrid. I'm an IT pro and .NET developer. Okay. Build solution, basic solution in .NET, and I maintain our network infrastructure, application servers, and also we support our all of XP desktops that we have in our organization in this particular office.
Great. So how many client machines and how many servers do you have in your infrastructure?
Well, currently we have about 30 physical servers, 10 virtual machines that are more, it's virtual servers, and we have, about 150 desktops. And but we're looking forward in doing legacy system conversion physical to virtual machines. So that's going to come along the track.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit specifically about the IT Pro Momentum projects you've been working on. We know you're working on Windows 7. Can you tell me a little bit more about that project and maybe some of the challenges you've had along with that project?
Yeah, well, that's a very interesting project because first of all, we went through the series of steps that it will make sense. How can we deploy Windows 7 in the near future? So we use Microsoft Virtualization for it. I mean, we have Hyper-V installed. We also have a series of Virtual Server 2005 R2. But with Hyper-V, it was amazing to go through the stages and see how Windows 7 installation behave and how will it affect, what impact can we get when doing this. And we can foresee a lot of problems, which there were not problems. That was amazing. I mean, we got Windows 7 on virtual machines working in just a few minutes, and then we decided, okay, but let's go from virtual machine, let's put it on an older machine. That was the next step. So it went fine, clean installation. Of course, we hit some pitfalls when we try to load it on a physical machine with some application loaded, but it was expected. I mean, being an IT pro for a long time, you expect some things to behave same certain way with new products. And yeah, and we hit some walls, but for our surprise, it was very stable. When management saw the stability of Windows 7, it was amazing. It started to open some eyes. When I started doing some tests and putting Windows 7 on a 3-year-old computer, and it works, that was a green flag. I say, wait a minute, this is a possibility that due to the economy right now, we can buy new computers, but we can use our current computers, and most of the current computer right now, iVista approve. So we can use Windows 7 for it.
Right.
So
right.
In a way, we can roll out Windows 7, skipping Vista, but many people might not do that, but my organization might be thinking about it.
Can you talk a little bit about the stages throughout your project and maybe some of the challenges that you've had?
Yeah, challenges like we do have a series of legacy SQL servers, meaning 2000, and one of the challenges was what can I do to improve data transformation between the machines? Well, it gave a good opportunity to, okay, you know what, let me use PowerShell for it. And I was able to build solution, wrap around a SQL Server, and use PowerShell. And now, of course, PowerShell is available on Windows 7. It's already installed in it. I mean, it's not a feature just like Windows 2008 server that you have to turn on and off. No, sure. It's already integrated on Windows 7. Right. So it shows all the effort that the PowerShell team have to bring it to the people, start using it, and so you can be productive.
Gotcha. So you're a PowerShell MVP, right? And tell me a little bit about the infrastructure that you're working in. You mentioned earlier, some 2,000 servers. You probably have XP in your environment. Where do you see, as we worked on the project together with Windows 7 and some of the challenges we talked about with AppCompat and those types of things, where do you look at bringing tell us about your infrastructure and kind of where you want to go in the future?
Well, this is very interesting because PowerShell is an integral part of Windows 7, and that will help us manage not only the desktops, but also the servers. And beside that, I mean, building solutions that will wrap around Office product, SQL Server applications. So PowerShell is a very, very powerful tool.
Well, and you look at the economy, right? I mean, the downturn in the economy, the way the economy is, the gas prices and the stock market, you look at trying to save that last dollar in IT pro infrastructure. And so, you know, you got XP. So do you see yourself in the program that we were working on and working with XP? Do you look at maybe using some scripting in PowerShell and moving some of those XP clients?
Oh, definitely, for sure. PowerShell is there to support and help all the IT pros and even the .NET. I mean, .NET developers. I mean, remember, I'm a hybrid. I do IT and .NET, just solution, not application. You know, because you have to be quick and productive, and PowerShell brings that to the people who needs to do that.
Right, right. So one last time, how can IT professionals, and even in the management side of things, how can they deal with the economy and use the equipment and the machines and things that they have now, Max?
Well, Blain, I'm glad you asked about that, because one of the things is saving money. Management want to save money. So with this project, you know, implementing Windows 7, deploying the beta in the different scenario, you know, virtualization, clean installation, we can also test deploying it to an older machine.
Okay.
And by deploying it to an older machine, we just found out, wait a minute, clean installation. It works. It's like, I can't believe it, on a machine that is not Vista capable. You know, it's amazing. So company might decide, okay, I cannot invest in going to Vista. They want to hold off, but they might see the opportunity of using the current technology, current hardware, and put Windows 7 because it will run. Right. That is amazing.
Right, so you can kind of, you know, repurpose the machines you have, maybe run an XP or move into Windows 7, and you know, bringing into the times today, right?
Exactly. Bring the technology. Leading Edge has Windows PowerShell in it already integrated, which is a very excellent tool to have on Windows 7. And then the company might say, you know, so many companies have rotating computers every 3 years, 4 years. But now, due to the economy, wait a minute, they might skip, you know, give more time because they replace again because of the economy. Sure. But at least they can add a newer operating system on it, and they should be very satisfied with Windows 7. The program that allowed this thing to happen benefits all IT pro because of the resources they bring in. You know, you have documentation, support from the technical area. Sure. If you have problems and bugs, you can document, give feedback, and it helped me improve my experience with the product. And that is awesome.
Right. It's kind of nice to have those stages in the planning and the preparation phase and the deployment, having a tool to help you manage that.
Well, you know what? You're totally right, because you go to different stages. The tool allow you to set up testing, deployment, and document those stages for you. Yeah. And you have resources that help you to go through that.
Yeah, I saw some of your support incidences you put in through the program. I think hopefully those helped you out some, right, as you're working through that.
Exactly. The programs have allowed me to set up stages so I can deploy this product. And with Windows 7 now, of course, we use virtualization. So we have Hyper-V installed, and we just display the stages, so, you know, test. And then if everything goes bad, then we go and use the support side of IT Pro Momentum, and which is excellent. I mean, just access to resources, documentation, technical personnel help us understand the product very, very well. And everyone should, you know, just get along and use the product. I mean, just the program. Exactly.
Well, thank you very much, Max. Once again, I'm Blain Barton, IT Pro Evangelist for the Developer and Platform Evangelism team, and I'm out of Florida, and Max is out of Florida as well. So with that, I want to thank you today.
Thank you.